All right, welcome to the affiliate sign up page. I know you've got plenty of things you can promote, so thanks for checking this out. You know, it's been a while that I've been asked when I'm gonna launch an affiliate program. And I've had mixed feelings, just to be honest. You know, a lot of the businesses I've launched in the past, we didn't have any affiliate programs for different reasons. But you know, I'm a big believer in building things that work, obviously, you know, and I like to test it with my own money, and I found that that works the best in business. Now, once we have something that's dialed in and I know converts, then in the past I've done some affiliate stuff. So, you know, we are picky. I know different people say that and stuff, but I actually am. You know, I built businesses that, you know, I had more than 1 million customers, and I drove 100%, or my team in-house drove 100% of the traffic. I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I'm just saying I'm not afraid to do our own traffic. With that said, make no mistake, you know, having the right affiliate JV partner is super valuable. So I'm aware of that, and you know, really the way I look at it is, because at the end of the day, I call it CF, you know, customer flow. And the things, and specifically that, you know, here we're opening up to affiliates, I've tested this stuff with tremendous levels of customer flow. More than almost any affiliate offer I think that's out there, or majority. You know, this was tested around a campaign that really was, I think, almost the #1 campaign in the world. Did about, well, doing about 100, 200 million views of the video stuff a month. So it's on its way to in the billion level in terms of how many people have viewed it, okay? So you can send traffic to it and it'll make money, assuming you have decent traffic. If it doesn't work, anything we do that doesn't work, we'll take down. So we've already spent millions of bucks dialing this stuff in. So I just want to say that, you know, I'm not really somebody to, well, let me say it this way. I've found in life, when you're always taking, that life doesn't work out. In the sense that if I build a business and build a product around needing to take from you, like you have to promote it or we'll be out of business, it's a lose-lose situation. So these products stand on their own. They'll continue to be marketed by my own in-house team. But I know that lots of affiliates have cool angles and ideas and sources of traffic and email lists and blogs and all kinds of outlets that I'll never have and my team will never have. So I would like to meet somebody, you know, midway, 2 adults saying, look, I stand on my own 2 feet. You as an affiliate, you stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need me. You've been making money before you ever met me, and vice versa, right? And I think when people meet that way, 2 independent people or groups, there's the most power in that. You know, nobody's begging, nobody's vulnerable. If our offers weren't here, your income will be fine. If there was no affiliates, we've been able to be fine too. So I just want to get that out of the way, because I don't want every affiliate. And I know people say that, but one of my things that my mentor, Joel Salatin, told me that was pretty cool, that I've always remembered since I was 18. He said, you know, Ty, not every profitable customer is a profitable customer. What he meant was, just because they're giving you money doesn't mean when you calculate all factors that it was worth it. And I think that that's a two-way street between you and I, you know, meaning just because you send us traffic and you get paid, that doesn't mean it's worth your time. Because as I was just at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting with Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, and Charlie Munger said, you know, people don't really fathom opportunity cost. They get it, but they don't get it. An opportunity cost says the true cost of anything is not what you spent, it's what, or made for that matter, it's what you could have spent or could have made. So we're aware of that. You want to get maximum EPC, you want to make money, and vice versa. There's affiliates out there that are going to send us $1 million worth of traffic, but I don't care. It's not a good fit. So we put the application here. We screen them. In practicality, it's a little hard to pre-screen because people have to drive traffic before you know the quality level of traffic. So, assuming you could send good traffic, I hope to have a long relationship with you. That's one thing that I know about myself. My company's built around super long relationships. One of the officers in my company, we've been best friends since we're 2 years old. We've been working together our whole life. Another buddy of mine, Zach, some of you know if you've seen some of my stuff, my shows, we've been friends since I was 14. Maya, my cousin, she's the COO of one of my companies. My brother Ben, these are all lifelong relationships. So the way I look at this affiliate thing is like that movie 300. You don't need an army of 50,000 people. You give me 300 people, 300 good affiliates, we'll take over the world. And you don't even need, that's obviously an arbitrary number from a movie. It could be 3 affiliates, as far as I'm concerned, that have channels that I'm not already tapped into. So, a couple of rules of the affiliate program. If we're already rocking and rolling on a channel, we're going to restrict that channel. Some people don't like that. Seems fair to me. So if we're already rocking and rolling on Google AdWords, and we already know Google's weird about affiliates, that's restricted for affiliates. Same with, there's some other stuff. So once you register, it'll be in there, the terms, hopefully people respect that. We'll pay you. Nobody's ever not been paid by any company, if there's no affiliate that's ever not been paid. You'll get paid on time. I live up to my end of the deal. They call that reciprocal altruism, or one of the 25 cognitive biases. There's fancier words for that, Kantian fairness. Our brains are built to be fair unless they're traumatized and get weak with a cognitive bias, but I'm not that way. So let's have something reciprocal, win-win situation, 2 adults, if you're a man or a woman, and that is truly the only way, I think, to make a lot of money together. So like I said, I'm recording this video partly because I want people to know my mentality. I'm kind of just talking in general so people know what I'm about. Some people don't like it, and it's better to not like it right now in this video and go, I don't resonate with the way Ty's brain works, so I don't want to join the affiliate program, and that's great. I wish people the best. There's lots of ways to make money. That person can go off and make money without us, and we'll go our own jolly way. The human brain, Robin Dunbar was a famous sociologist. He said the human brain is built to have about 150 allies. That's from the primitive village environment you and I grew up in, you and I inherited from our ancestors. And so that's how I look at this thing. Let's build this collective thing. That's pretty simple. If you look at how affiliate revenue goes, and for you for offers too, you can make most of your money on a few offers. That old Pareto principle, 80-20. You're gonna make most of your money from 20% of the offers you promote, and I'm gonna make, when it comes to affiliates, money from only 20%. So I kind of follow that Jack Welch rule. Jack Welch said, he actually learned that from the great Peter Drucker. He graded all the employees at GE when they were the biggest company in the world, and it's the top 10%, the next 70%, and the bottom 20%. So it was the middle 70, the top performers, and the bottom 20. And obviously rewarded the 10%, cut the bottom 20, and encouraged that 70% to move on up the chain. So I like that approach. When Jack Welch came into GE, he grew that company like a couple $100 billion in market cap value. So It's a good strategy, learned straight from the best business consultant of all time, probably Peter Drucker. So we do the same thing with affiliates. You know, let's find a real partnership that actually makes people money. I'd rather deal with that. You know, so test out the traffic, test out the offers, reach out to the team. Sometimes I can answer, sometimes I'm not, but I've got dedicated guys in the company. We're here in a big office, all organized. In Hollywood, if you happen to be in town, come by. Give us a heads up, because we got a lot of people trying to come to the office. But if you're an affiliate and we're doing a good bit of business together, I'd love to meet you in person. I can't do that with everybody, but you know, like I said, if you're in that top 10%, sending us a lot of traffic and we're making money together, I'll make time for sure. And so there should be a link. If whatever reason you're not getting quick response, shout out to me at Twitter at Ty Lopez, or Instagram is a great one to follow the stuff that I'm doing, and I check that pretty often. Got a pretty big following there, so that's a great way. And any other things that people ask? Most of their questions are gonna be standard. You know, we've done this before, so we're not novices. Like I said, I have been hesitant around these particular set of offers to do them with affiliates, but I own different companies. Some are more affiliate driven than others. So don't worry, the nuances will be taken care of. And I hope you're one of those people that, you know, part of that focused smaller group of affiliates that really want to do stuff big. We're changing the world. One thing, just to be clear, it's not all about money. I always say you should build your life 50-50, 50% selfish and 50% for the good of, you know, greater humanity. And so this stuff's all about knowledge. It's based on cutting edge science. It works. Anything that doesn't work, I take it down. You know, this is stuff that's gotten tens of thousands of testimonials. So that's the one promise I make. Anything I put up that doesn't work, it won't be up for long. So anything you see up there, you can rock and roll with, because it's up there for a reason. And I get people, I mean, we get hundreds of testimonials at a time, a day. And it's always the same thing. It's like, knowledge is changing my life. You know, that's what I do in Hollywood. I'm an investor at the end of the day in brands that use knowledge, the direct injection of knowledge into humans' brain to unlock the latent potential that humans have. And people, there's a lot of potential not being used in those 7.3 billion people out here on the planet. I did an interview, some of you are on my book club. I did a TEDx talk. It's actually one of the fastest growing ones in the world right now, past 1 million or so, real quick, and it's about why I read a book a day. And it's just for the knowledge. It's not to show off. I was doing it before I was telling anybody. And one of the things that I remember is Roland Lazenby. He wrote the Michael Jordan, the great biography, if you haven't read it. And he said, Ty, if everybody was like Michael Jordan, we'd all be building condos on the moon. I'll never forget that. But his point was, if we could unlock the latent creativity, potential, there's the next Einstein rotting in some prison cell. There's the next, you know, Nelson Mandela, Steve Jobs sitting in a housing project in the, you know, Harlem. And so the beauty of the internet now is we can reach people, bam. And when you reach them, you can do it right on their phone with these products, these educational products that I put together, or my teams put together. And you never know how little of a tweak it takes to just plant a seed and unlock something amazing for you and I too. It can be the next person that cures the cancer that you and I might get at some point in our life, you know? I was at the Berkshire Hathaway meeting, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Charlie Munger there, and the kid just out of the crowd came up to me and said, hey man, I got this product, one of your 67-day mentor program, and 2 weeks ago I was in a bathtub and I was about to slip my wrists, and now it's changed my life. And I get a lot of those suicide ones, man. I mean, I was getting them, I don't know, one a week. I haven't checked recently, but it's cool stuff. So you know you're promoting something cool. It's not get rich quick scheme, all the stuff there, that's true story. It is a true story. I'm not promising people, you know, billionaire status. I am saying people can learn to have enough financially. That I believe. And you already see that in the world. Look at the GDPs up globally, almost everywhere. Even though the gap between the rich and poor is getting larger, the poor are still much better off than they were. You wouldn't want to have been born in the 1600s, put it that way, health-wise, statistically. So the change is happening. It obviously doesn't always happen as quickly as it should or in as fair of a way as it could. But this is the kind of stuff you're going to promote that will change the world. And, you know, if you're a marketing partner, an affiliate, and you have a part in that, you know, that's great. If I have a small part, you know, it only takes, and the beauty of the modern world, we can make money at the same time, and it's a win-win situation for everybody. That's called, by the way, a Pareto efficiency. Pareto inefficiency is win-lose, you know, or a lose-lose. This is win-win. Just like these books, you know, people ask me why I read a book a day. I'm like, well, I just read this book, Work Rules by Laszlo Bock. This is the guy who does all the, you know, designs the hiring programs for new talent for Google. They get 3.2 million applications, and he's developed psychological profiles and testing systems to be able to hire those people. This book costs 10, 20 bucks. I got 20 years of knowledge from this book. That'll cut the learning curve for me growing my company. We're hiring, you know, 50, 100 people at a time now. And so it's a beautiful thing. And to the extent that you and me do that together, what else do you want out of life, you know? I've done all the Ferrari, Lamborghini, I've got all those things. I just bought a new car, and I keep those selfish motivations there, but I always keep in the back of my mind that other 50% too. So anyway, there's a lot of money to be had. Education online grew from 54 billion last year to over 105 billion, doubling. So you as an affiliate, you lock this thing in, it's unreal, the money potential. People get excited about $1 billion industry. This one's at 100. And if it keeps doubling, it doesn't take long till it's $1 trillion industry. And I've worked in some $1 trillion industries. You know, I started online marketing back in Google, 2001, Google AdWords. One of the first people to use Google AdWords. I was one of the first people to be in the Facebook beta program. So I've been around this stuff, okay? And there's always big opportunities if you get in and not, you don't have to be first, but you got to be in the first third. Like, it's hard now to make another Facebook if you're building something exactly like Facebook. Back when it was Friendster and MySpace, there's still room to come in and dominate, and that's what Facebook did. And with this affiliate stuff, with these new products like education, it's been, that first third is still there. I think the window will close in a year or two, you know, where it's going to get harder. I saw that with Google AdWords. I used to be able to buy keywords around financial terms for 40 cents. I could spend about 60 bucks on PPC and make $1,500. Now, those same keywords are $17. They're the highest ones on Google. So everything gets harder. That's why you got to be in the first third. So I hope you'll get in there. You know, if you're an affiliate that actually does some business with us, we can talk. I got lots of things I've learned, lots of tools up my sleeve, and I'm sure you have some, and we can share some ideas. I don't do that with everybody, but you know, like I said, if we're partners on something and it's rocking and rolling, then I have no problem sharing. So anyway, talk to you soon. Enter your info, and you know, hope to meet you in person sometime.